so now I've been going to work on time every day. I think now I'll just start going late. Can they start doing that? No. There is a system and you have to keep it going. And some people forget that and they forget the system. So Gurus, Sikhs that really love the Guru, some of them, they start to forget the system. So people look at them and say, oh my goodness, I hate this. But you always have to remember, you have to be Guru Sikhs, not like the people who are weak, but like the ones that are really strong. So you don't try to find the ones that are not doing their Nityanim anymore, not waking up at Amrit Vela and doing all these mistakes. You don't say, look at them. You always have to look at the Guru Sikhs that did it the right way and say, that's what really Guru Sikhi looks like. So who are some of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's beautiful Guru Sikhs that were really, really strong, who were really committed and stayed strong the whole time? Yes? The Panj Pyare, awesome, yes, they're the best. Who else? The Char Sahibzade, yes, who else? Bhai Mani Singh Ji, yeah, he's awesome. These guys all get prizes. They know all these amazing Guru Sikhs, yes? Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, yes, who else? Who? Who? Bhai Taru Singh, yes, who else? Okay, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, yes? The Charlie Mukti, wow, you guys are great. You're saying someone I can't remember, yes? Bhai Shibek Singh, Bhai Shabak Singh, yes? Oh, I can't hear her because you guys are fiddling about your toys, yes? Bhai Mati Das Ji, Bhai Sati Das Ji, yes? Bhai Diyala Ji, yes?
Baba Banda Ji.
Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, yeah, he said that already, so good you remembered that again. And we'll take one last one, okay, yes?
Baba Jeet Singh Ji.
Baba Jeet Singh Ji, he's part of the Char Sahibzade. And what were you going to say? Who sing? Bijra Singh? Okay. So we got all these Guru Sikhs that we've heard about. You know what? When I was your age, I did not even know one of them. Not even one of them. So to the parents that are here, you're really lucky your kids are coming here. And look at all these beautiful names. And these are great Guru Sikhs. Now you said a name. One of you said a name. And I'm going to talk about him today. Who do you think that one is? One of you said the name. It starts with B. 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 Somebody said a name here of a good, great Guru Sikh, and I'm going to talk about him today. Who is it? Who do you think it was? Yes? Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Now, I want you all to say, Tan Tan Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Why are we saying he's so amazing? What's so great about Baba Banda Singh Bahadur? Who can tell me? Who can tell me why he's so great? Who can tell me? Somebody didn't get a chance. Yes? Okay, he said he's so strong, he beat all the other people. But there's a lot of strong people in the world. What about Baba Banda Singh Bahadur? It's so amazing. What did he do? That's so extraordinary. Yes, you in the yellow shirt, way in the back there, yes. He was what? Brave. Yes, he was very brave. And he did something. He did something that's extraordinary, yes. He did bhakti, but something else. A beautiful, amazing, brave Guru Sikh who had a whole life in front of him. What did he do? So yes, he handled what happened to Choti Sahibzade. He did that, but something else. He didn't take revenge. I'll tell you what he did. He actually gave out justice. What is it? Last person to ask. Anybody know what he did? That was so extraordinary. Yes? What did he sacrifice? Okay, I'm going to tell you. No one said it yet. So Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, when it's time to him to leave the world, he said, look, 235 years we spent, to me, Guru Nanak Dev Ji all the way to me. And as human beings, we showed you a lot of lessons. But the most important lesson is this, that Sikhi is not in this body, in these hands, feet, head. Sikhi is in the way you live your life. And the Bani we spoke, the words we spoke, they're the powerful part of us. It wasn't the way I looked, it wasn't my ears and my nose. Guruji said, it was what I said to you. The words I spoke, the hukamnamas I gave you. And we put all of those where? Where did they take all the words they spoke that were the most important, that came from God? Where did they put all of that? Who can tell me? Yes? Pardon? In a box? Wow! They took a big box and said in the box. No. In Guru Granth Sahib Ji. That is it. This is your Guru. Bani Guru. Guru hai Bani. What does that mean? Because the Bani is the Guru and the Guru is the Bani. So if you want to look for Guru Gobind Singh Ji and say, what was the most powerful thing about Guru Gobind Singh Ji? You might say his hand was so strong. Somebody might say the way he rode his horse was so amazing. But Guruji is going to say, no, the Bani I spoke, because where did the Bani come from? God, right? Right from God. So this is Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So he said, now it's time for me to leave, and I want to show you this. Because people said, okay, fine, Guru. When you were here and the words you spoke, they were awesome. But the way you walked and talked and you hung out and you carried your sword, that was so amazing too. He said, listen to me carefully. My spirit, the way I am as a person, my passion, the way my energy is all in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. If you ever want to see my body though, and you want to see what a Sikh looks like that reads a lot of Bani in the human form, where should you go? Where did he say that will be? No, does that look like Guru Gobind Singh Ji's body? Where's the hands? Where's the feet? He said, if you want to see me, and you want to see the way, my image in this world, where will it be? Mera Sareer, where will my body be? What do you say? Nope. You can't see in the heavens. Can you see in the heavens? Where is it going to be? Yes? Okay, she's still thinking. I'm not going to pick you if you're like going like this and standing up, because and I can't see other people. Where do you say yes? Sorry? In the Gurdwara? Where do you see it in the Gurdwara? Guruji's body. Where is it? Where is it? Yes? Sorry? Guru Granth Sahib Ji, somebody already said that. Does that look like Guruji's body?
I know.
Oh my goodness. Yes?
It's in your mind because when you say why.
Okay, so you're kind of right. You can see it in his mind. You're right. You're really smart. You can see it in his mind. But somewhere else, you can actually see his body. You want to see what Guru Gobind Singh Ji looked like? What he said, he said, Mera roop hai khas. Who did he say Mera roop hai khas to? You are my image. Who did he say that to? Oh my God, the hands are going up. Yes. Khalsa, yes. Khalsa Mera roop. Who is the Khalsa? Us? Is everybody the Khalsa?
We are the Khalsa.
Okay, who is the Khalsa? They're special about the Khalsa. Guruji didn't just say, oh, everybody's a king. What do you have to be the Khalsa? You have got to take the Amrit. You've got to wake up every day, do Panch Barnis, and live that life the way Guruji would live. You can never lie, ever, ever after that. Always have to be honest. Always looking out for better of other people. Every day you're like a walking soldier, right? Who's getting hurt? I'm going to be there. Who needs my help? I'll be there. Are you going to yell at your mom? Never. Do Khalsas yell at their mommies? No. Khalsas are full of love. And he said, Mera Sareer Panth Vich. The Panth, the Khalsa, that is my body. So he said, if you want to ever see what I look like, the true Gur Sikh, that's where I'll be. Not every Gur Sikh, the true Gur Sikh who lives the life like he said. So he decides time for him to leave. Guruji says, now is time for me to leave this world. And I have to leave the most important messages. And I have to show the world that you as a Gur Sikh can be just as strong as me, as your Guru, as long as you follow the path. So off he went. Where did he go to? Where was the last place on this world that Guruji was before he left the human body? What is the name of that place? Does anybody know? Yes? No, he wasn't at Amritsar. Where was he? Sorry? Nope, he didn't go to GNSG Sahib. Where is the last place on this world? If you want to go visit it, he stood there, and that was it. He never traveled anywhere else, and then he left his body, and he left his Guru Granth Sahib Ji. What is the name of that place? What is it? Yes? Hazur Sahib. Thank you. Shabash. Today's in Maharashtra, but then it was called Nander. So off he went. Next slide, because my clicker's not working again. So there it is, and you can't see do you see the big blue arrow? So that's where he walked from, all the way from the top there to the blue arrow. Okay, next. So there he went for a special person. He said, I know, because Guruji knows everything, there's a person living in the woods. And today we know him as Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, but back then it was Madhav Das. Madhav Das was a guy, and he always thought about God. Like some people born in the world, they don't ever think about God. Some people always think about God. And he used to do a lot of bhakti, and he was a hunter, and he's a really good swordsman. He would do really good archery. He could do everything. So one day he went to the woods and he was hunting, and he hunted down a deer. He went to go pick up the deer, and he cut it open. Guess what he saw? That deer was going to have babies. It had 2 little twins in its tummy. When he saw that, something happened to his heart. And he said, you know, killing animals, I don't want to do this anymore. And he really touched him so much that he said, I want to now think about God. So he went to the edge of a river, Godavari I think it is, and he sat and he started doing bhakti. Now when you do bhakti and simran, and you're doing it for God, to God, you get really strong and powerful. When you do bhakti and simran and you're not thinking about God, you're thinking about things like, oh my God, I wish I had an Xbox. You'll get what you want. You always get what you want. But Guruji says sometimes you're going to start getting sick of these things and you're going to start thinking of me. So some people, they just want things all the time. They just do part for things. So he was doing simran and he just started thinking of things and he became really powerful. He could do like little magic tricks. So what he would do is when people would come visit him, they'd come see him and he'd get them to sit on a little bed and they'd sit on a little cot, and when they'd be sitting there with his mind, he'd flip the cot over and the people fall over and he'd laugh and he'd think it was so funny and the people would get embarrassed, right? So Guruji came because he's like, Madhav Das, you don't know what is in your destiny and what your future holds. Next slide. So Guruji came to visit him. Oh, go back to the Guru Gobind Singh on the bed thing, please. So Guruji sitting on the cot and he came to see him. And now Madhav Das sat there and he tried to use the power of his mind to flip the bed. And he couldn't. And he tried harder than he'd ever tried before. Then he knew that the person that's sitting in the bed, their mind is stronger than my mind. So finally he says, who are you? And Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, you tell me first who you are. And when he heard the voice, and he saw the way he's sitting, he had heard about somebody named Guru Gobind Singh Ji before. People were talking about this Guru Gobind Singh Ji, his 4 sons, they're all shaheed. He knew that this person in front of him is Guru Gobind Singh Ji. He said, you are the person I've heard so much about, and main tera banda. I am your slave. And then he sat there, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji touched him, and he told him everything that happened, all the way from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, all the way to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Shahidi, to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Shahidi, Chote Sahibzade Shahidi, Bade Sahibzade Shahidi, told him the whole history of Sikhi. And Madhav Das Ji cried so much that day. So much. Some of the history he'd heard before, but this time he heard it from God himself, from Guru. And it touched his heart so strongly. And he said, I too want to walk this path. He asked Guruji, he goes, make me your banda, make me yours. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, what do you have to do to become mine? Take Amrit. Shabash. So he took Amrit. And his name became, what did you think his name became? It's not Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. What did names became? Oh my gosh, Shabash. What's your name? Mehtab Singh. What a beautiful name. See, I love Mehtab Singh is also important in our history. I'll tell you about that, Saki. Mehtab Singh is the only one that knew. His name is Guru Baksh Singh. But why do we call Baba Banda Singh Bahadur? Because what does Bahadur mean? Brave. Banda is the slave. And we always remember him that day. He sat in front of that cot and he said to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, I'm your Banda. Do you think he was a nice guy? Yes. Do you think he's special? Yes. A person on his own that nobody told him to. He saw the deer with the 2 twins, babies dead, and that touched his heart. And he said, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. No one made him do this. He on his own self decided, I don't want to kill animals or eat animals anymore. He on his own decided to do bhakti. And he on his own said to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, so I want to be your Banda. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur is going to be given a huge responsibility. Guruji saw his love and he saw the good Sikhi. Do you think he woke up every day at Amrit Vela? Do you think he did his Panch Bani every single day? Do you think he made excuses like, do I really have to do Japji Sahib part? Do you think he did that? He said, Japji Sahib and Jap both start with J's. Maybe I can do one of them. Did he do that? Did he make excuses? Did he put the Bani on under the tape and then go to sleep? He sat on a chonkada, he concentrated, he focused, he did this Bani with pyar. And that's how he became so strong. So Guruji said, now listen carefully, I'm going to leave this world and all my spirit is in you. Guru Granth Sahib Ji. My body is in all the Khalsas that are true to their faith, who are strong Khalsas. So Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, every Guru Sikh out there, it's their responsibility to stand up for Sikhi. They can't say, oh, look, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, he's here. Every one of you has to be like Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Every one of you is supposed to be like Baba Deep Singh. Every one of you is supposed to be like Mata Pakur. That's what Guruji wanted for his Guru Sikhs. He didn't say 5 will be awesome and the rest of you can just be like little sheep. He said every one of you is a lion. Did you know that? brave and strong as a lion. So next picture. Blank. So he gave this to him. He said, here is a nagara. So when you go to a battle, you play that nagara. He said, here is a nishan sahib. Gave him a nishan sahib. He said, here's 5 Guru Sikhs. They're going to always stand by you. One of them name is Baj Singh. One of them name is Binod Singh. They're beautiful Guru Sikhs. And I want you to remember the name Baj Singh. Okay, we all remember that? Yeah. Baj Singh. Everybody say Baj Singh. Baj Singh. So then he said, he also gave him, what else did he give him? Who can tell me what else he gave him? Yes? The flag. I already said Nishan Sahib. What else did he give him? Yes? Okay, I'll tell you what he gave him. Panj Teer. 5 arrows. And now somebody said later, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur took revenge for the Chote Sahibzade Shahidi. He never took revenge. What he did is he looked at the world and said, what's going on right now? Well, guess what? Wazir Khan, who ordered the death of the youngest 2 Sahibzade, remember they were bricked alive? He was still doing bad things. He was still taxing people, making people's lives miserable. All these kings of these little kingdoms, they're still doing really bad things. So Baba Banda Singh Bahadur said, this has to stop. You can't treat people like this. So he went on his horse. And all these Guru Sikhs, is a long story. We're not going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about a Shahidi. He went around, and yes, he went to Sarhand. And he was brave. He wrote a letter to Wazir Khan. If you had to attack somebody, would you rather sneak up on them and attack them? No. Or would you rather tell them and then they could get ready and prepare to attack you? Sneak up. How many of you sneak up, right? Well, guess what? He could have snuck up on Wazir Khan. He wrote him a letter 3 days before. He said, you are still doing zulm. You're still doing things that are not right. So I'm coming for you. You have a choice. Stop what you are doing, or then I will come and stop you from doing what you're doing. You stop yourself, or I will. Does that seem fair? He gave him a warning. Stop doing the bad things. 3 days. He gave him 3 days. Guess what? Wazir Khan said, I have 3 days to stop the bad stuff. He said, no, I have 3 days to gather my army. He called all his army in from all his kingdoms. He said, come quickly. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur is coming to get me. And instead of stopping my bad things, I'm going to keep doing them, and I'm going to try to kill Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. So he meet at this place called Chapparchidi, and Baba Banda Singh Bahadur is there. He sat on the top of a hill. He's doing bhakti. He goes, oh, all you Guru Sikhs that are with me, you're going to go fight because I know you're brave. Baj Singh was the general who led the army. They're fighting the battle. I'm going to tell you the whole story later. They do win, and we know Wazir Khan doesn't give up. Wazir Khan is killed. They knock down the wall that the Chote Sahibzade are shaheed in, right? That little kand in Sarhand. And they freed all those people that had to pay tax and they shouldn't, and that's all that happened. And he went on, and everywhere that people are doing wrong things, he kept fighting with them, making them stop. Does he look like a brave Khalsa? Yes. Do you see a little bit of your Guru in the way he is? Yes. Yes, that's how Baba Banda Singh Bahadur was. So here he is, his army, they're fighting against all these bad people. Then they go, and after he did a lot of this, he went to a place in Muklispur, and he made his own little red fort, Logar Sahib. And it was kind of peaceful for many months. They stayed there. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji in 1708 gave Amrit to Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Now this is many years later. Then Logar Sahib, everything's peaceful, but the Mughals said, how dare this person come and attack us? We're not going to tolerate. So they attacked him in Logar Sahib. So this is, you can go there today. Logar Sahib is a Gurdwara there. But this is what it looked like before. It's like a killa. But people are crazy in India. They take our original things that are the actual real places where the Guruji sat or Baba Banda Singh Bahadur was. They knock them down, throw away our history, and make a brand new Gurdwara. It's kind of silly. They do that. So this is the actual Logar Sahib right there. So he did that, and guess what? The Mughals attacked him. A huge army came and attacked, and every Logar Sahib fought back for many months. But then the army, they sent another army, Mughal army, so they all had to run to the hills. For 1 year, they kept fighting battles. For 1 whole year, they kept fighting and fighting battles. Finally, he ended up in a place called Gurdas Nangal. And you're going to remember this. If you ever read our history, you'll remember that. That is a place where they captured Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. But I have to tell you how they captured him. For 8 months, they blocked off that place so no food went in. 8,000 Sikhs died. Their skeletons are lying all over the place, inside of there, dead bodies. The Guru Sikhs had no food or water. They had to take trees and leaves, grind them up, and that's all they could eat for many months. Now, if you ate trees and leaves, would you still have a lot of energy? Would you?
No.
Yes or no? I can hear everybody. Would you have a lot of energy?
No.
So they became very weak, very, very, very weak. So finally the Mughals surrounded them and they said, one last time, we're either going to die now, we're going to come out fighting. So they went out and as many Mughals as they could kill, they killed. Now, do you think Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's got a lot of energy still in his body after 8 months of eating leaves and trees? No. But guess what? In the end, his 2 swords he was holding, he had 2 swords. They were stuck to his hand because he fought for so long, for so many days, without stopping and taking a rest, non-stop. Imagine getting no sleep for like 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So he's standing there with his swords like this. He has no energy. He's been fighting now for so many months. Do you think even one person could have maybe captured him? Maybe, but guess what? The Mughals were so scared that they were afraid. They stood there for almost half a day, afraid to come and get him. So he's just standing there like this for an hour, for 2 hours, and they're afraid still. They're surrounding him, but no one is going in. Is that brave?
No.
That's what the Khalsa of Guruji's is. Even after starving for 8 months, fighting non-stop for a week without any food, 24/7, still the world is afraid to approach him. That's what a true Khalsa is. And then finally, they came in and they grabbed Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Now this is what they did. How do we know this? Because many people came. A guy from Britain came to India. He saw this. He wrote this in a book. So this is what they did. When they found he's captured, they sent a message to, I forget, Farooq Syed. He was a leader at that time. He said, we captured Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. So he made an announcement to everybody in Delhi. He goes, all of you, we're going to have a parade. A huge parade come by. Everybody line the streets. So people stood out and they lined the streets. And in the middle is going to be a parade. And guess what they did? You got to listen really carefully to this part. And it's really, really sad, but it also shows you how strong the Khalsa is. So they captured Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, who is so brave, one of the bravest Guru Sikhs in our history. And he loved his Guru. They also captured with him his wife, and he had a 3-year-old son named Ajit Singh. Who else's name is Ajit Singh in our history? He named his son after this person. Who is Ajit Singh? One of our 4 Sahibzadehs, son of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the oldest son of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. It was his one and only son, one and only child. So he's with them too. So they captured him. And what they did is they took 2,000 Sikhs that they killed. 2,000. Do you think there's even 2,000 people in here? It's like killing everybody in here. They took their heads, they stuffed them with straw, because once you're dead, right, your head starts to rot. They put them on these spears, and these Guru Sikhs' hair was flowing, because the Guru Sikh has long hair, right? Every one of their hairs flowing in the wind. This guy who wrote it, because when you sat there and you saw the hair flowing in the wind, you couldn't tell where it started, where it stopped. It was like a veil. You know how if I take my chunni and I throw it out like that, it's like a veil? He goes, their hair looked like a big, long veil. 2,000 Guru Sikhs. Then they took a dead cat and they put it on a spear to say to the people, we've killed every Guru Sikh. There's nothing left. Now we have to kill the cats. All the Guru Sikhs are dead. Then they took a cage, because they're still so afraid of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. They put him on a cage in an elephant. They made him wear red clothes. The Khalsa usually wear red clothes. No, that's not a Khalsa color. So they purposely put red clothes on him. They put him into this cage. They had his hands tied, but they're still so scared that there's a guy walking behind him with a sword, a drawn sword. So the sword was out of his sheath because they're still so afraid of him. Then behind that, there were 746 they captured alive. They handcuffed their hands, put shackles on their legs. They put kala stuff on their face, put these fake hats on their head to try to humiliate them. They put 2 of them on a camel, and they had 740 of them walking. And then at the very end, they had these cartloads full of heads of Guru Sikhs. Had 700 of these carts were following with the heads of Guru Sikhs. Was that a lot of dead Guru Sikhs?
Yes.
Did they kill a lot of people?
Yes.
Did they want to make people afraid to be a Sikh?
Yes.
And look at today. Were they successful? No. Why not? Why were they not successful in scaring the Khalsa? Scaring people like, never be a Guru Sikh, this is what happens to you. If you saw one person being killed here today, And somebody said, if you ever wear pink again, this is what will happen to you. Would you want to wear pink again?
Yes.
If you're brave, maybe, but most people get scared. Okay, I won't wear pink. You know what? Did the Guru Sikhs get scared? No. Why were they not able to scare the Guru Sikhs? Why? Tell me. Yes? Okay, I can come back to you later. Why? Yes? That's what they're doing, but why were they not able to scare them? Why did people still become Sikhs after that? Why? Who can tell me why? Yes? Because they're brave. And what makes them brave? The Amrit. Remember I told you, you put gasoline in a car, it makes the car go. You drink gasoline, it's going to kill you. Everything in this world has a reaction. So Amrit reacts in your body, and it gives you a blessing, and it makes you really brave if you already got a lot of pyar for Guruji. So this is what they did. And then for the next 7 days, remember there's 740 Guru Sikhs that were captured alive? Every day they killed 100 of them. 100 they brought. And there's a guy who's sitting there. This is what he said. He wrote this, and I'll tell you the names of the writers at the end. He said, I saw every day 100 Jesus Christ being killed. Jesus Christ, right, died for his religion. He said, I saw 100 Jesus Christ every day being killed. 7 days, 100 people every day, 700 people they killed. Now there's only 20 people left. 20 that were leading the army, the generals of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's army. And what was the name that I told you, remember? What was the name I told you, remember in the beginning? I said, don't forget this name. Everybody tell me, what was the name? It starts with a B. So Baj Singh. So these 20 people are standing there, and that Farooq Sahib, who's the leader, right? He thinks he's so cool now. He killed all those 2,000 heads you saw, the 700 carts full of heads, the 740 people, 100 killed every day. He thinks he's so amazing. So he stood in front, and he said to the 20 people that were standing there, they were chained. Their hands are chained. They're still so afraid of them, they won't even take the chains off. And they said, hey, which one of you is Baj Singh? I heard you were so brave. You were one of the bravest Sikhs that Baba Banda Singh Bahadur had. Which one are you? And he's mocking him. And guess what Baj Singh did? He broke his chains from his hands, and he went after Farooq Sahib, the guy who said that, and knocked him to the ground. And that guy was shaking in his kapade. That's how scared he got from Baj Singh. So this is how the Guru's call says. Then they took them and they said, do you accept that we have won and you have lost? And Baj Singh says, never, we have not lost. Even they brought in, you know, the 2,000 heads on the spears and all those Sikhs, they were still smiling and they were singing, Dehe Shiva Bar Mohe. They're singing the Guru Gobind Singh Ji's blessing shabds. They're singing all these shabds that you hear. They weren't scared. They weren't crying. They said, we haven't lost because we did what our Guruji asked us to do. And you're not the rulers. Does anybody today know where Farooq Sahib, where he's buried even? Does anybody ever talk about this guy? But does everybody know who Baba Banda Singh Bahadur is? Yes. So they killed those Guru Sikhs. And then now, in June of 1716, so in February is when they captured them in June, they went to Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, so they went to Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, the brave Guru Sikh that Guruji gave all his blessings to, and they brought him to this place, next slide, which is where Bahadur Shah is buried. Bahadur Shah is the son of Aurangzeb, and there's a huge place where they buried him. This is where they buried him, and they brought him here. And Farooq Sahib said, you have one last chance. You tell every Guru Sikh out there that the way their path they're walking is wrong, and you should become a Muslim. And Baba Banda Singh Bahadur sat there peacefully. He said, I will never do that. And he said, you tell me this, you're a smart man, you're a brave man, and I've seen how even my forces, like 20 of my army men are so afraid of you. This is how brave you are. Tell me this one thing. I just have one question for you, and I want to know the answer. Why are you doing this? Where's your Guru now? What did he say? What do you think he said? And they said, where's your Guru now? What did he say? Yes?
In my heart.
He said, my Guru lives inside of me, and the way I've lived my life, the way I live my life is the way you'll never be able to live your life. And my bravery is in the way I'm going to give my life today. I'm never going to back down from my religion, and this is my victory. See, you're trying to break my spirit, You're never going to break the spirit of the Khalsa. You've killed all these Guru Sikhs. That's what you're thinking, that tomorrow we'll be afraid, nobody will take Amrit again. Guru Sikhs will still take Amrit. They'll still go to Harmandir Sahib. They'll still wear Guruji's Panchkakar. They'll still wear their dastar. They're going to be brave Guru Sikhs, and you can never kill Guru Sikhi. And then this is what they did. They took his 4-year-old son, they put him in his lap. They gave him a small sword. They said, kill your own son. He didn't. So they cut his little son into pieces. They stuck his son's heart into his mouth. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur just kept doing his Simran. He didn't even shake. He didn't cry. They wanted to make him cry. Farag Sar said, I want to make this guy cry once. I want to make him yell out in pain. I want him to say, give up. I want to see him lose. And so then he still didn't. They took out his left eyeball. He still didn't shake. They took out his right eyeball. They cut his left foot. They cut his right foot. They cut his left arm. They cut his right arm. Then they took out pieces of his body. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. So this is just a picture. You can go to India and see. So they're doing all this. And you know what? Did Baba Banda Singh Bahadur cry? Did he say, I'm sorry? Did he say, I regret becoming a Guru Sikh? No, he never said any of those things. And he gave his Shaheedi so bravely. So that is why we remember Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. These are the writers who wrote about him. So if anyone wants to read about it and find out if it's really true, this is true story. So what did I make you say right in the beginning? The very beginning I made you say something about Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. What did I make you say? Tan hai, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, right? So is he tan? Is he great?
Yes.
And this is what he proved to the world. Sir jave ta jave, sada Sikhi sidik na jave. If my head goes, my life goes, let it go, but never, ever, ever will I give up